What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Today, LeBron Ramon James reaches a milestone. He is 40 years old. Now, let me say congratulations to LeBron Ramon James, as I congratulate many notable people when they reach their birthday. Y'all know that's my thing. But even though there's been other athletes that have shined at age 40, we've seen it before. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won his fifth NBA title when he was 40 years old. Michael Jordan was hooping with the Wizards when he was 40. Hank Aaron was chasing down Babe Ruth's all-time home run record when he was, I believe, approaching 40, or might have been already 40. Bernard Hopkins, who we're all very disappointed in, when we didn't know any better, we was cheering him when he was still knocking guys out and putting on boxing clinics at age 40. The old mongoose, Archie Moore, was doing his thing when he was 40. But all the athletes I just mentioned, the general consensus was that even though they were playing at a pretty high level for their age, their best years had passed them by. Now, we all know the best years of LeBron Ramon James' career have passed him by, but the media and the NBA don't seem to want to acknowledge this. They don't want for him, or they're not pushing for him to pass that torch to the next generation of basketball players. We've always seen the torch passed. We saw the torch pass from Joe Fulks to George Mikan, from George Mikan to Bob Pettit, from Bob Pettit to, Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell, from those guys to, Kareem and Kareem to Dr. J to Magic and Bird to Michael ultimately to Kobe and AI and those guys to LeBron. But for some reason, this guy has taken that torch, or that baton, I should say, and he rammed it up his ass or something, because we can't find it. He claims to not have it and is reluctant to pass it on to Giannis or Jokic or Shea or whoever you bring up. In year 22, the league treats this guy like he's still in his prime. They're literally creating a storyline. Whereas the Lakers, led by him, are just one player away from being a championship contender. I mean, you talk about trying to sell ice to an Eskimo. I mean, at this point, whatever, people are buying it. People are casuals. That's what they cater to. It is what it is. Now, look, I'm not saying that LeBron Ramon James is doing something unnatural. We don't imply that here. Maybe elsewhere, but we're not implying that here. But I mean, it's just some funny things, just some shady things going on, Only guy I was seeing who don't cheat the game, but has these unexplained sabbaticals. He takes these powders And, you know, you don't know what the hell's going on. It's hush hush. And he comes back playing better than ever. You know? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that is. You know, I know I hear about how supposedly he spends millions and millions of dollars on his body, hyperbaric chamber and his ultra diet and exercise, you know, freak, and I don't buy any of that. Karl Malone was a gym rat. LeBron Ramon James is not a gym rat. You could talk about genetics all you want to, but Roy Jones Jr. was a freak of nature, a genetic freak, and even he lost his six pack. Why? Because genetics only take you but so far. You know, after a certain period of time, I'm sorry, after a certain period of time, if you're not in that gym consistently, when I say gym, I'm talking about working out. Even if you stay in shape, you know, your body just going to look different at age 40 than it did at age 25 or 20 or even 30. It's going to look different. And this guy, if anything, looks more muscular than he did when he was 30. Something ain't natural, you know, allegedly. That's all I'm going to say about that. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say about it on YouTube. But, you know, just want to come on here and wish him a happy birthday, I guess. 40 years old, 22nd NBA season, and is doing some things we've never seen before. You know, never seen a guy in his 22nd season performing the way he's performed. And I hope for his sake, everything is everything. I really do. Because as much as I don't like this guy, he has had the longest prime I've ever seen of anybody in the history of the NBA. And I hope for his sake, everything is natural. I hope for his sake, there is not the proverbial sword of Damocles hanging over his head as far as his career and ultimately his reputation. I really do. But anyway, ain't no party like a Diddy party. Tell me what you guys think.